Hey everyone, it's Amador, and I wanted to show you guys, today I wanted to show you guys a few tags that I've been working on, and these were totally inspired by Alease, which is Lacey46, Marilyn G, who is Marilyn G here on YouTube, and also Jill, which is Jill Norwood here on YouTube, and of course, you guys, I will leave a link to their channels in the description. Seriously, you guys have to check them out. They were making some tags, and I'm like, you know what, I need to make some Christmas tags too. And Jill actually gives them to her, makes sets and gives them to her family on Thanksgiving, and it's like a really cute thing that you can do and just make quick tags, to give your friends or whatever. But, and sorry if my voice sounds kind of weird. I've been trying to get over this like cold flu thing. Like I've been taking care of myself, but I work with heathens, and they don't like think that covering their face while they sneeze or whatever is necessary. But I digress. So anyhow, I went ahead and let me show you guys what I used. I used stamps and stuff that I haven't used ever. I did use, and I wanted a cute shape. I didn't want just a regular tag shape. I wanted it. So since I've recently been working on some bookmarks that I made, which are these little bookmarks that I made using the Christmas wishes from Pink Fresh Studios, I had this bookmark die, and it's not a really big die, out on one of my other desks, and this one is about 1 3/4 by 5. So, and I'm like, you know what, I'll just use this, and I use some stamps. Okay, this is a stamp, Pendus stamp, and this I got from Tracy's shop at artofsupplies.com. You can get that there. This one is a really old stamp, and this one I got at Hobby Lobby. I got this probably 3 years ago. 2 years ago, never once used it, but I used a little snowman right here, and I thought this was so cute, and I think they still have this, and this is Stamp Pendus, and this one is called Snowy Short Stacks, right here, Snowy Short Stacks, and the cool thing is you can layer all of them. Now granted, there are some that really go together, like the elf with the shoes and stuff, but you can layer them. You could pick a head, a body, and the feet, and it has little sentiments and the little snowman you build. And yes, I made this, and I had a stupid song from Frozen in my head. I have every kid's birthday I've been to for the past year has been Frozen. Yeah. So anyway, and so I used this stamp set, and I used a snowman on this one. I use these, and these I got from Tracy's shop, also in Art of Tech Supplies, and I use the sentiment on this one. Now, Marilyn, I think, and Jill used a deer stamp, and so I wanted to use a little something different, but I loved this sentiment for someone special. It could be for the holidays, it could be for just a birthday, and I made just regular tags and some Christmas tags. But what I did use, definitely, is this little bunny. They're so freaking adorable, from this one. Oh, and this one is called Wood Friends, and this one is called Happy Hello, and I used the little bunny on that one. Now, I did use crafts cardstock. Oh, and I also used this old stamp I've had. This is from We Are Memory Keepers, and I got it at my local scrapbook store before it closed. Like, I mean, I've had this thing longer than I've had this thing, I think. I've had this for years, and I cut up the Let It Snow right here so I could stack it. I tried several inks. I have several white inks, and the funny thing is I haven't used one in a while, to the point that it dried. So, you know what? Let me grab them, because I'm probably going to throw them away. Because I have this one, and they're all pigmented inks. This one's from Hobby Lobby. This is their brand. That came in a set. I don't know where the other ones went. I think I might have thrown it away. I had other ones that I used, and they really weren't working. I would like to try I know that, I forgot which brand has one called Unicorn. I hear that one's really good, and also the Lawn Fawn Yeti one, I think. I don't know, but I don't have those, and I didn't want to have to go out and buy some more stuff, because I'm trying to be good. So, oh, and I also used this one. This is the stamp, Stays On Opaque, and it says right there, fast drying ink, and they mean that. Like, on my ink, on my actual stamp, I had to sit there and clean it off with my Stays On ink remover. So, and you have to actually apply the ink and then spread it and stuff. It has a little spatula and stuff. And that one came out the most solid. I will give you that. It did come out solid. So I think this would be perfect if I was using black cardstock and I wanted to have like a chalkboard effect. but I wanted to really show. I wanted it to really show on the craft. So this was one of them. And look, see how it says someone special, for someone special. So I don't normally heat emboss, and I did this time. And I'll show you. Oh, and then I also try to make a bookmark out of it with the, like I showed in my tutorial with the packing tape. It doesn't, it's not perfect, but it's cute. See? And I just put a bunch of the baker's twine. Now, I think I've shown this before, but I got this huge thing, and I think it's like 500 yards. It's a cone of 500 yards, and this is just actual basic baker's twine. It's not like the really thick one from the crafting brands. This was like $5 on Amazon. And don't quote me, I don't know if it's 500 yards or 200 yards, but look at that. And it was $5. So I have that just for days. Okay, so let me start with, let me see which one I'm going to start with. Let me start with the bunny one. Oh, and I also used another stamp set I'll show you guys in a second. But here's the one where it says, let it snow, and I did white emboss it, and I used opaque white embossing powder. I'm not the best at it, but look how the little snowman comes out. Super, super cute. So, and of course, you guys know I did mass produce a few of these, so I made several at a time. Let me see. Here's another one of the snowman. Okay, so those are the snowman. Now let me show you, and look how perfectly they, because they're clear stamps, so you can see through them. The little arms you have to stamp separately. And then I made these cute little bunny ones with the Let It Snow, and then I used, what did I use? I used these snowflakes from this one. And oh, by the way, if anyone wants to know, it's called Let It Snow. This is really old. This was like $1. And then I just put several snowflakes and the Let It Snow and the little bunny with the scarf. I just felt that the bunny with the scarf, so freaking cute, I could not help myself. And I used the bunny for my regular just friend tags. But I just felt that was so freaking adorable. And look at that. And it has the little stitching marks. And of course, my embossing, I hate embossing because I have a mess. I feel like I breathe too hard or something, and it gets everywhere or something. So I'm not sure. So now this one, I forgot to tell you what I used. Let me grab it. It's right behind me. You figure I'd remember. Okay. So you guys have you guys seen these magazines? They come from England, and they usually have like a stamp set or a little paper pad or whatever. And normally I'm never impressed, but I saw this one, and this was called Make Christmas Cards. I saw this one and said it had a stamp set, and it showed it here. And I was hoping that it was covering this little polar bear, these two little polar bears, and I was wrong. But it did have, this is actually, let me see. This is the magazine. This is just a little plastic thing that it comes in. That's the magazine. And here is the stamp set that it came with. So honestly, I did get a good stamp set. It has like these folk artish kind of stamps right here. It says Season's Greetings. Look at that. And these are just too freaking adorable. Polar bear, the little rabbit on a sled. Now these aren't cheap. I got this at Joann's and it was like 15 bucks. And there's a little, look at the little penguins giving the polar bear a gift, two little penguins hugging. This one's on ice skates, and a little sign says North Pole. Now, I was kind of disappointed it didn't have that that stamp, but it did have this massive book of cutouts, and I think I'll just do a different video on that one if you guys want to see that. So, but that is the stamp set that I used for these next ones. And I also, and this one I purposely just scattered some embossing on it to make it look like snow. And look, it says North Pole. And look how cute the little bunny is going down the hill. And I doubled up the twine. Like I said, I have tons of it on here. But look at the bunny. I absolutely love the bunny. And here are two with the penguins. Because I was just experimenting as I went on these. As you can see, here the Let It Go is stacked together. I mean, Let It Go. See? Oh my gosh, I'm so sick and tired of that movie. Let It Snow. And right here, the Let It is more to the left. But I wanted to give it more space. And I just used a little, the tiny snowflake stamp from this one right here. And those, so yeah, so I made quite a few of those. I really wish I had made more. But now that I have a groove, now that I know my rhythm, I can die cut a bunch of them. Oh, and the paper I used, I showed in my bookmark tutorial, I used an 8.5 by 11 paper, and then I cut the little strips of paper to die cut with this die. 5.5 by 2. So you'll take your 8.5 by 11 and you cut it down at 5.5, and this will give you five bookmarks on here, or 5 pieces. And then this part that's left here, you cut this down to 2 and then 5.5, and they'll give you 2 more. So you get 7 and you don't waste a lot of paper. So you get 7 tags out of one 8.5 by 11 sheet. So yeah, so those are the Christmas ones. Let me show you now the just regular friend ones. And on these, I put different colored twine. This is just baker's twine that I got from, I think it's from Target, from the dollar spot or whatever. And that was from like last year. It's been in my craft room just sitting there. But I wanted a different color because I didn't want them to get mixed up with the Christmas ones. But here is, okay, this one I totally boo-booed it. I mean, that thing is just messed up. So, but here I used the, where is it? I used these hearts from this little stamp from the Happy Hello, or Happy Hello. And I just put the bunny, it says for someone special. And I wanted to add something like I did the little snowflakes on the other ones. So I added those little hearts. But here it is. And I did these, these are the same. And then these 3 are the same. Because I did 3 at a time, just kind of because I was afraid that my Versamark was going to, my embossing pad was going to dry out or something like that while I was putting the embossing powder on all of them. So these are very simple. It's for someone special. And I made some with and without hearts. So, you know, if it's just like for a friend or whatever. And, you know, just, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you don't want to give stuff with hearts to people. So yeah, but those are, and I just made all of those. I made some of them the other day and this morning I just finished them, but super easy to make. This makes it so much easier. And I think Tracy still has this in the shop. So check out artofchsupplies.com. That's also where I got these little goodies. And like I said, this one I got at Hobby Lobby. I'm sure you can find it online somewhere. But they still, last I went, I saw that they still had it. I went like last week. And I lie, it was probably like yesterday. And they still had it. So use a coupon or wait till they're on sale. And this one, I don't even know if that's in production anymore, so, or available. But I had to use some stuff that I've never used, okay? So those are my tag, you guys. My little gift tag. So thanks again to Jill, Alease, and Marilyn for inspiring me to do this. You ladies are amazing. So yeah, so check out their channels, you guys. Thank you for stopping by, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, everyone.